The St George Illawarra Dragons just dropped a bombshell statement calling Keaon Koloamatangi's $5 million switch the most transformative signing in years after the NSW Origin and Kangaroos star shockingly snubbed massive offers from Parramatta and his own South Sydney Rabbitohs. Smash that like button right now and subscribe to all sports updates for every blockbuster NRL signing and drama. Keaon Koloamatangi, the powerhouse forward who's terrorized defenses since debuting for Souths in 2020, has played 126 NRL games, earned NSW Origin caps, represented Tonga internationally, and starred for the Kangaroos in their dominant Ashes series win over England. At 27, he's at his peak, a proven leader who shifted from second row to middle forward and dominated as one of the game's elite ball runners and tacklers. Rumours swirled for months about his future, with South Sydney desperate to retain their star on a lucrative extension, Parramatta ready to pounce with a seven-figure bid, and even whispers of interest from expansion hopefuls like the Perth Bears. Yet in a stunning twist, Koloamatangi chose the Red V, signing a 5-year deal from 2027 reportedly worth around $5 million. The Dragons, under coach Shane Flanagan, flew him to Wollongong in a helicopter for secret negotiations, selling him on their vision of building a new era around the talented young forward pack including the Couchman twins Toby and Ryan, Dylan Egan, and Hamish Stewart. When the news broke on the 6th of January 2026, Dragons CEO Tim Watford issued a massive statement hailing it as a landmark moment. Keaon is one of the premier forwards in the NRL, a proven leader who drives standards every day, and his decision to commit long-term despite rival interest speaks volumes about where the club is heading. Souths fans erupted in devastation, with some calling for him to be dropped to reserves for 2026, while Rabbitohs bosses refused to waive the NRL's 10-day cooling-off period, leaving everyone on edge for potential drama. The surprise hit hard when Koloamatangi himself revealed the pull, the chance to mentor emerging talent and lead a revival at a club hungry for success after years of struggle. This isn't just a signing, it's a statement of intent from the Dragons, flipping the script on their recruitment woes and igniting hope among long-suffering supporters. As the off-season heats up, questions swirl: will Souths rally with a replacement like Adam Elliott, or will this loss fuel resentment? Koloamatangi's move underscores the ruthless nature of NRL contracts, where loyalty clashes with ambition and big money. The tension escalated as details emerged of how fiercely contested this chase became. South Sydney offered a 4-year deal close to $1 million per season, desperate to keep their enforcer who had elevated his game under Wayne Bennett, but they simply couldn't match the Dragons' financial firepower or long-term vision. Parramatta lurked as the main rival, tabling a similar mega-offer, ready to slot Koloamatangi into their forward pack as a game-changer. Yet he turned them both down, opting for the Red V's promise of immediate leadership responsibility amid a squad bursting with youthful potential. Flanagan's Dragons have quietly built depth, unearthing gems like the Couchman brothers who bring raw power, Egan's aggression, and Stewart's versatility, now adding Koloamatangi's experience and leadership to mold them into a formidable unit. The CEO's words rang out like a declaration of war on mediocrity. This is transformative for our club and future, a player who sets the bar high and inspires those around him. Fans on social media exploded, Dragons supporters in ecstasy, South's diehards heartbroken, calling it betrayal after his integral role in their recent campaigns. The moment of surprise deepened with reports of the helicopter ride, a flashy touch that symbolized the lengths Flanagan went to seal the deal. Koloamatangi's own statement added fuel: "I've been watching the squad they are building, and I want to drive that next era with my experience and standards." This saga highlights the shifting power dynamics in the NRL's smaller market clubs like the Dragons can now lure top talent with bold plans and big checks, challenging the dominance of traditional powerhouses. As 2027 approaches, the pressure mounts on Koloamatangi to deliver, but for now, the signing stands as the biggest coup in recent Dragons history, bigger than past grabs like Gareth Widdop. All Sports Updates dives deep into these game-changing transfers. The ripple effects could reshape rivalries, with Souths plotting revenge and Parramatta left scrambling, proof that in rugby league, one player's decision can ignite an entire league narrative. Deeper into the fallout, the story takes on layers of personal and professional drama. Koloamatangi's journey from Tongan heritage to NRL stardom, blending brute force with skill, made him untouchable for Souths until cap constraints forced tough choices. The Rabbitohs' refusal to waive the cooling-off period added suspense, a procedural twist that kept fans holding their breath for days, wondering if he'd reconsider amid backlash. But the commitment held firm, underscoring his belief in the Dragons project. Flanagan's recruitment strategy targeting experienced reps to accelerate youth development suddenly looks genius, positioning the club for a genuine top 8 push in coming years. The narrative twists further with fan reactions, jubilant Red v faithful dreaming of finals glory, furious South supporters venting on forums about disloyalty. Yet Koloamatangi's grace in farewell messages to Rabbitohs teammates softened some blows, emphasizing gratitude for his formative years there. The surprise element peaks in the valuation. $5 million over 5 years marks him as one of the NRL's highest paid forwards, a bet on his prime years delivering silverware. This move could force other clubs to rethink salary cap management and long-term planning. As the Dragons celebrate their landmark recruitment, the league watches closely. Will this spark a wave of ambitious signings from rebuilding teams? The compelling arc follows one man's choice rippling outward, affecting teammates, coaches, fans, and rivals. From helicopter negotiations to public statements, every detail builds the intrigue, turning a simple contract into a saga of ambition versus loyalty. In the end, the Dragons' massive statement cements Keaon Koloamatangi as the cornerstone of their revival, a bold snub of rivals that signals they are no longer content with mediocrity. This $5 million switch isn't just about money, it's about vision, leadership, and the future of the Red V. With 2027 on the horizon, excitement builds for what this powerhouse addition will unleash. All Sports Updates, your ultimate source for NRL's biggest stories. All Sports Updates.